everybody. I'm glad to be participating again as one of the judges for this year's event. I have to say that I was excited to see a lot of guys in the event this year representing. We have had a lot of girls in the past, which has been great, but this time we had a lot of guys participating. And this, by far, when I watched, I was blown away. The talent this year is, we had good talent before, but this year we have some great talent choreographers and skaters. So it was really, really exciting to watch this time. I'm going to go in order that I looked at the programs. The first one up was BB Lang. And the words that were kind of coming to mind as I watched were like serenity, calmness, and balance. And I was trying to figure out like what the arms were representing in the beginning, and then it made complete sense when I saw that you were doing it to time, and those were representing the arms of the clock moving. You have such a, you're such a great skater, and you have such a great ease on the ice. Very easy to watch, which is comforting as an audience. When you're watching something, you want to see that ease on the ice, and it definitely comes through. I really liked the way, like I mentioned with the arms, I liked the way you started at the beginning that way with the arms, and I liked the way that you ended, representing the ticking of time. Let's see, what else do I have here? Oh, I feel like I really want you to kind of overcommit to the movement. Like, there's so much there that's good and that I like, but I just want, like, when an arm movement, and I'm terrible at this, so don't even acknowledge my movement, but like when an arm movement is here, I want it to just be so much further, like a little, 5% more, so that the audience can kind of be drawn into the performance. But I did like it. I gave you 4 stars. Next up was Muriel Chambers. Let's see, at the beginning, the arch back, I love that position that you hit. I like the passion of your program. I was thinking words like passion, emotion, those types of things. And then when I saw that the word was tension, that kind of made sense. So I did get that. Let's see, what else do I have here? When you went down on the ice, like about a quarter of the way through, I did feel like it got a little bit too busy. I wanted more like a defined movement, like a little bit more defined and clear, and almost hold the position and hold the movement more rather than kind of hurrying through it to the next one. I did like the back inside Charlotte spiral. I thought that was pretty cool. Great twizzles. I really liked the twizzles in all different directions, all different arm movements and body positions. I really liked that. The last spin I thought was really cool too. I just wanted to see it, a little bit faster, a little bit more speed to it would have kind of taken it over the edge. But in general, really like this piece. You can grow on this. Keep going, more and more, more emotion, more passion. Kind of draw the audience into the performance with, your own passion and your own movement. I got when I was watching it, I got the word struggle, and I was thinking, and so when I saw that the word was tension at the end, it kind of made sense. So 4.5 stars. I really liked it. It was very good. The next one, Amy Nunn. The music right at the beginning got my attention. I was kind of struggling to kind of find what the word was that you were trying to portray. Let's see what I got. When I found out the word was search, it could be as easy as like a lost look on your face, or kind of frantically racing around trying to find something. And it can be as easy as something like that. You don't want to make it too obvious, picking things up and looking underneath them to search, but a little bit more subtle, but kind of get that impression across to the audience. The 2-minute and 5-second mark, I said there was a very good arm movement that was acknowledging a music detail. And I wanted to see more of that. There were great drums and accents that I felt like your arms and your body movement could hit and accentuate those more, and kind of use the music to draw in the attention of the audience, and to draw in and get the accents hit more strongly. I wanted a little bit more of that, but I think it's a great start, and I think you can kind of grow and expand on that. I gave you 3 stars for that. Next is Catherine Hill. Right at the beginning, your smile was very infectious. like I found myself kind of smiling as I was watching it, like very pleasant to watch. I think you told a great story. I like the acting on the ice, which was very good. Let's see. There was I wrote down here that there was a confidence with your movement that I liked. This kind of you know, when an audience watches a program, they see that confidence from the skater, and they feel confident in watching their performance, and I got that from the way that you moved. The music kind of went in and out during the piece that I looked at, and I'm not sure, it could have been like one of three things. I thought maybe you meant to do it, maybe it could be one thing. The second thing, maybe my computer was messed up and didn't get it properly, or maybe you downloaded it improperly, but the music was going in and out. Either way, it really didn't bother me. I was kind of okay with it because the performance was very enjoyable, and I really liked it. That's why I gave it 4.5 stars. Next, we have Robert Moudi, and the first words that came to mind were energized, invigorated. I was writing these words down as I was watching it. The opening really got my attention. It kind of grabbed my attention with the drink. It's very original, on the right track with it. And then when I found out the word was caffeinated, it completely makes sense. I felt like I wanted to see a little bit more choreography breaks, that I call them, where you kind of take a break from the moving and flying around the rink, and you just kind of do like 3 or 4 counts of 8, where it's just very detailed choreography, like very detailed arm movements, ups and downs, and movements in all different types of directions, but staying stationary. And I think it's important too, and you'll see, I'll mention it in some of the other performers too, that it's important to know where you're performing and know what type of performance you're doing. In this case, you're performing for the camera. Sometimes you're going to have 5 sides of the audience that you have to entertain and balance that. But in this case, you're to the camera. So what's the best angle to present a specific position or arm movement to the camera? You know, it may look great from this side, but it looks horrible from the other side. So just be aware of where you're performing and where you want the best angles to be, and how it looks best for the audience in this case, which is the camera. It made me laugh at the end when I saw the word caffeinated, because like I said, it completely made sense. I really liked the idea and the concept of the music, and with the putting in, you know, the drinking sounds and the breathing and that type of stuff. And that's mainly why I gave you 4 stars. Was a good idea. Garrett Kling is next. You had Jason Brown performing, which gosh, what a great canvas. I mean, he can pretty much make anything look good. I don't know that there's a movement that he can do that looks bad. So I kept getting the words kind of like joy and praise and happiness. So when I saw that the word was springtime, that made sense, you know, kind of like light and easy and happy that it's spring. At the 2-minute mark, I liked the jumps in the footwork. I thought that was pretty cool. What else? Oh, the spin position. And the spin position that he did at about 2 minutes, was that a spin position that you came up with? Because that was a great position. I really thought it was cool. A position that I could never hit. Also thought the choreography of the double axel that came out of nowhere was awesome. It was really light and easy. Loved the slide position into the knee spins. That slide position, he hit a great position that went all the way, you know, down the ice and then went into the knee spins. I thought that was really cool. What I did right was I do get the heel work, you know, where he used his heels a lot. And I understand when you repeat things, you want to bring it back in the choreography, so there's a consistency to it. But I just felt like there was just a little bit too much of the heel work in that one. You know, 2 to 3 times gets the message across, but just try to watch doing it too much. But I, again, loved the piece, thought it was good too. And again, it was so hard to determine these, which was better than the other, because they were just different, but they were all good in their own sense. This, again, 4.5 stars, because, I mean, it's like a new grading scale this year. Everything was so good. Next is Sean Rabbit. I nailed your word, like right off the bat. This is the first thing I got. I was like, lost? Like, I got that, and then I put some other things like left, lost, I mean, but the first word that came to mind I wrote down was lost, so I was psyched that I had that word right off the bat. The music I wrote here, loved, 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 loved the music. Where'd you get that? I mean, I love the song Chasing Cars, and that was a cool rendition of it, with the violin or cello or whatever it is, but it was really cool. I skated to that piece once before, and that music really inspires emotion, and I felt like you can draw on that a little bit more. I think it's a good start. I wanted to feel more of your movements. Like, I wanted things to be a little bit longer, a little bit more drawn out. Like when you reached for things and when you were, up high, a little bit higher, reach a little bit farther. Those types of things that you can just get a little bit more out of your the passion in the movement, so you can portray that to the people watching. I gave you 4 stars. The last one, and I felt like saved the best for last, Mark Hanready, and I mean, one word, I wrote here, one word, unbelievable. I mean, it was like from the start. I'll just go through what I wrote down as I was writing it. Captivating movement, 38 seconds into it, I love the knee slide spin, 1:12, in that heel spin into the roll, right into the splits, was like seamless, and it was really different. I mean, people kind of do the splits sometimes, not me. People kind of do them on the ice, but it was just seamless the way you got in and out of it. Really cool. That sequence I wrote down is my favorite sequence of all the challenges. There was such great detail on every movement, and I didn't feel like you repeated anything. It was all original and slightly different enough. The end of the footwork jump was unexpected. Like when you're doing the straight line footwork, you did that jump at the end, it was unexpected, and it was cool. I just have here, you stayed engaged with the camera. You knew exactly who you were performing to. What did I put? Awesome, awesome. At the end, I didn't even care what the word was. I was like, I just want to watch it again. And I kept finding myself going back and watching different things. It just really, really impressed me. I said 2 minutes and 8 seconds into it. In the footwork, you did this little toe tap that actually hit the piano keys. And I'm like, okay, I had to watch it again. And I showed my wife. I'm like, okay, did he hit these 2 piano keys on the note with his toes on purpose, or was that complete luck? I'm like, but I watched it, I'm like, okay, the detail was so detailed. I'm like, you had to have done it on purpose. And if you did, amazing. What else did I write here? I'm like, I had to grade on a new scale. So instead of 5, I give you 6 stars. There's only 5, but it was at a new level for me. And sorry, my battery ran out there, but I was just saying that you guys were amazing this time. The level's at a whole new level, so congratulations, keep up the good work, and I'm excited to be a part of it again this year. So congrats, and